Hey guys, today we are going to talk about how to navigating files and folders, and we are going to learn how to create them, rename them, and delete them. So let's get started with the video. So the first thing we want to talk about is files. What are files? Files are things that you can put paper in. All right. So files are things that you can put text in because in the real world, it's paper. The paper is called paper, but in Windows, the paper is called text file. But in Windows, we have multiple types of files. We can put thousands of things into files. It's not only paper. And the paper is the file, all right? So it's actually different. But if we go to the folders, folders are something else. Now, in Earth, we have different types of folders. In folders, you can put files, but in Earth, we have different types of folders with different types of brands. But in Windows, we have folders um, that is one stable thing, but we have files with different brands, okay, which are called extensions. So we have files with different extensions. So you're getting to know it, right? So in real life, we have folders, and in PC, we have folders. But on Earth, we have files with different brands, and in the PC world, we have files with different extensions. So if you do not know what an extension is, I am going to show you. So the basic file in a computer is called text document, okay? So first of all, we told you that we are going to show you how to create a file. So creating a file, I meant creating a text document because the simplest file in the Windows is the text document. So how to create it? You right click, go to new, and then text document. Okay, so now if you do not have the txt extension at the end, what you want to do is go to File Explorer. So go to your taskbar and search File Explorer. Okay, and then double click on File Explorer. It will open. Now you need to go to Desktop on File Explorer, and you need to go to, you see the File Home Share View. You need to go to View, and you need to check on the file name extension. If I do this, we will not see .txt. But if I go to View, File Name Extension, as you can see, we see new text document.txt. So let's now go make a rich text document, and let's go make a flash action file. Okay, it's actually the same. You'll go to right click, new. Instead of doing new text document, you'll do new rich text document and then new flash action script document. As you can see, if we name all these to Bob, had to rename, so had to multi-select first. You press and hold your mouse left click and then drag it to above all of them. And then just select one file. I'll select the middle one, and you want to right click it and then press rename. So I'm going to rename them to test. And then we named all of them test. Okay? But as you can see, there is a difference in all of them. This test is called test.as. This test is called test.rtf. And that test is called test.txt. Okay, these AS, RTF, and TXT are extensions on the file. The file is test. Let's say that the file in computer is called test, but the brand of the file is AS, RTF, TXT. So I believe like this you understood what they are. So um, now we learned how to create a file and rename a file. All right, if you want to learn them again, just go to right click, new text document. All right, and then just let's call this test 2. All right, so this is how you do it. All right, now let's go how to create a folder. Um, and how to rename it. So renaming again, you will select a file. Let's just do, and then right click, rename, and let's call it ant. Okay, let's just call it ant because it's so small as an ant. That's so cute. Okay, so how to create a folder? You do the same thing. Right click, new, and then folder. Okay, new folder. This is what you're going to do. And now, how to rename it? It is the same thing. So right click, rename, and then ant. All right. Folders don't have extensions, as I told you. Folders are the same, and folders don't have extensions. Okay, without further ado, let's get to know folders. We said that we can put files into folders. So you can select all of these files and drag them into this folder. There's something really funny about folders that you can't do in real life. Now, if you take a folder in real life and you try shoving another folder into it, it's actually going to explode and it is impossible. But in PC, if I create a new folder, I can put a folder into a folder. As then you can see, I have a folder, and you can put files into that new folder that you created in the folder, and then you can put another folder into that folder that you put in that folder. Okay, getting to know it? Because I am not getting to know it. All right, so it is not okay to put two folders in the same file. So if I go to new folder and then just put this into ant, as you can see, it is gone. All right. So after that, as you can see, it is gone. So if you put a file in the same place and in the same name with the same properties in it, it's not going to be okay. And you can do that, but it's kind of weird. And it is after a while, it's going to just change the name to two. So a much easier way is to copy a file. If you're wondering how to copy a file, that is really easy. You just right click on the file, press copy, and then you'll press paste. As you can see, it did and copy.txt because you cannot place the same file with the same properties in the same folder. Okay, but if I copy it out of that folder, as you can see, it did and.txt because it is not in the same place. Now let me show you. If I drag it to this folder, this pop-up will show. Now I want you to come with me. You want to go to compare for both files. Okay? After this, you want to check both of the files and you want to press continue. As you can see, it put and 2. So putting same, if you copy it, it will do and copy. If you drag it, it will put an extension number. Okay? So you, I believe, understood. Now we are going to talk about shortcuts. Okay? So you are going to let's go to the desktop. Right click on the desktop, press new, and then shortcuts. Now, shortcuts are really good things. Now, we created a shortcut, but it's asking me, what would you like to create a shortcut for? So what you want to do is browse the file. Okay? So you're going to browse it, and then you're going to make a shortcut of and. Okay, we are going to make a shortcut of and then press OK, and then you are going to press next, and then just call it ant.txt and then press finished. As you can see, we created a shortcut for and this is ant in a shortcut, so they are the same thing. So this, you can actually put it in the same folder. Why is this? Why can you put the same thing with the same name in the same folder? Because it is actually a shortcut. It is actually a hologram of a file. It is not the physical file. So I believe this is everything today. We are just going to talk about how to delete files and folders. Just select a file. The first way to do it is to right click it, I'm sorry, yeah, is to right click it and then press delete. The second way to do it is to drag it to the recycle bin, and then that is all. The third way, we are going to show it in the thing where we are going to talk all about the recycle bin. Um, Now, how to delete folders? You're just going to drag the folder into a recycle bin, or you are going to right click on the folder and press delete. And like this is all for today, guys. Thank you and goodbye.